in XFL news, the 8 teams for the 2023 season have been announced. In my opinion, there are 5 returning teams, which are the Arlington Renegades, which were the Dallas Renegades, but now they're calling them Arlington. The DC Defenders, the Houston Roughnecks, the Seattle Sea Dragons, before they were called, I guess, just the Dragons. Now they're the Sea Dragons.
Yeah, they were just the Dragons before they added the Sea.
Right. And the St. Louis Battlehawks. And then that leaves 3 teams that, in my mind, are either a new team or a team that's been moved. So now they're going to have the Orlando Guardians, which they had the Guardians, in 2020, but it was the New York Guardians.
Yep. And I'm very upset about this.
Yep.
Just so you know.
And they've got the Las Vegas Vipers. Las Vegas is a new city. Of course, Orlando's a new city also. And the Vipers used to be in Tampa. And then finally, a totally new team, the San Antonio Brahmas, which is a breed of bull, which you didn't even know what that was.
I thought it was a mythical creature. I wasn't sure what it was. I thought it was something The Rock made up just for this, so I didn't know.
No, the San Antonio Brahmas, and so gone from 2020 is the LA Wildcats. So those are your 8 teams. The logos, most of them are pretty similar, almost exactly similar.
Right.
And then, like the San Antonio Brahmas is brand new. Let's go through and just talk about them.
All right. Well, first off, let's start with what we like.
Yes.
Because I think there's probably some more stuff we don't like.
Yes.
Okay, what I like is most of the teams returning to those same cities.
Sure.
Totally cool with that. Thank goodness. Not a whole lot of change.
Yep.
Also kind of glad they kept a lot of the same names. Like the St. Louis Battlehawks, very minor tweak to that logo, but hey, they got to keep the Battlehawks. That was cool. Changing the Seattle Dragons to the Sea Dragons, I actually like the name change. I know you're not as crazy about it.
You got the Seahawks and the Sea Dragons.
I like Sea Dragon. It just makes a little more sense, and I like the tweak they made to the logo now. It's a little more simplistic, but it is more of an S shape. And it kind of looks like, if you look at it a certain way, there is like a football in there. It's got like the laces, which is kind of cool. So they did a lot of cool little things, I think, with that. Love the Defenders' new logo, actually. I think it's a step up from the old DC Defenders. I like that quite a bit. And then the Houston Roughnecks, I like that. Another improvement. A little more detailed. I won't say more detailed, but it looks less Houston Oilery, and I think there were a little some backlash, I think, when that Roughnecks logo came out. Didn't they get in trouble, or weren't they getting sued by somebody?
Yeah, they didn't like the fact that they were using an oil derrick for the H or something like the Houston Oilers used to do or something like that. I don't know whatever came of that, but
I don't know either. But hey, clearly, they made that change. Whatever, I think it's fine. And as far as the Renegades, I like that they went back. They're actually just going to call themselves Arlington instead of Dallas.
Right? Yeah,
it's kind of fine by me.
Still playing in the same place.
Still playing in the same place, but yeah, you're just losing the Dallas name. Whatever, that's fine by me. Sure. And to be honest with you, not crazy about their logo. And if we want to talk about the things we're not crazy about, unless there's something else you want to talk about that you like.
Go ahead.
All right. Definitely not crazy about the simplicity of this Arlington Renegades logo. I loved the logo for the Dallas Renegades last year. I thought it was so cool.
The guy with the hat.
The guy with the hat and the bandana.
Yep.
Up to his nose and the red eyes. It was just, I think that was one of the coolest logos. It's probably second coolest only to the New York Guardians, who are now the Orlando Guardians, and one, what did they do? Look at it. You're looking. I got my hat on.
Right. Yep.
I got my New York Guardians shirt on.
Yep.
They ruined this logo. There's elements of it, with the 4 parts in the back. Like, it's still supposed to be some sort of like gargoyle type thing, but it looks more, I don't know, like a polar bear. I don't know what the heck it's supposed to be. I hate the color scheme for this logo. Maybe the jerseys will be cool. Maybe it'll work on the helmets. I don't know. All I know is it is not the New York Guardians logo, because this was my favorite of the bunch, and I'm really upset. And so I think the Orlando Guardians will now be my most hated team in the XFL that I will actively root against, like I root against the Packers every year. So they are now my least favorite team.
Okay.
The Brahmas is interesting. Not crazy about that one.
I don't like the logo, and I don't like the name.
Yeah.
They should. If you want to have a Brahma bull for your logo, call them the San Antonio Bulls. There have been some cool, the Jacksonville Bulls of the USFL many years ago. They had a great logo. I don't like the Brahmas. It's too out there.
Okay, I don't mind the name. The name is unique enough to where I'm like, you know what? That is kind of cool. Like, how many times have we seen teams called, the Wildcats? Like, thank God they got rid of that from the old XFL. So the Brahmas, I think it's unique. It's different, and I'm always down with a name that can be different. There's not a whole lot of Sea Dragon team names out there either. Yeah. Battlehawks is another rare one you don't really see.
Right.
So I'm actually okay with the name. I thought it was unique enough. I'm like, you know what, I could get used to that. But the Brahmas is a weird logo.
Right.
Not super crazy about it.
Don't like the logo at all.
Yeah, but yeah, and I think that, and then the Vipers. I guess the Vipers is the last one I really haven't touched on. Yeah. It just looks like a car logo. It looks like I'm looking at an ad for a brand new sports car or some new electric vehicle that Elon Musk is about to unveil. But I do like the simplicity. The Vegas Vipers, the double V, the alliteration.
Alliteration.
Always down with the alliteration.
Yep. And I'm glad they did away with the color scheme they used to have. That like neon.
Well, that neon green looks like that went up to the Orlando Guardians.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
the black and red of the Vipers. I hope they do something cool with that jersey. That might be the coolest of the bunch, just in terms of like that color scheme.
Get a snake logo or something.
Oh, they could probably. They always come up with this cool secondary logos, but I mean, I don't know. It's just a basic V logo, but like I said, it looks like a tease for a sports car. I'm not crazy about it, but I do like the Vegas Vipers. That rolls off the tongue. I like that quite a bit. Yeah. Anything on your end?
No,
because you usually have more gripes than me, Mr.
Well, yeah, I mean,
everything's got to be a certain way.
I'm glad they brought back the Battlehawks. So we knew that was going to be one of the teams. I didn't know if they were going to.
I mean, you got a nice Battlehawks shirt on there. Yes. Now you're going to have to get a new one because they slightly tweaked that logo a little bit.
To me, it looks the same. I didn't notice a whole lot. I didn't look at them really close, the new logos. Basically enough to say, okay, that's basically the same as what they had before. But, we had tickets to go see the St. Louis Battlehawks in 2020. Our tickets were for week 6, I think, and the league shut down after week 5 due to COVID. So, I had to get my money back. I had to cancel the hotel that I just made the hotel reservation like the day before for you, me, and Aaron to go and do that. And we were looking forward to it, but no, wasn't to be. So, yeah, the team names and the logos have been announced. We were all excited about the XFL 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You bought the hat and the shirt.
I thought the Guardians were the coolest logo. Yep. I thought they had the coolest jerseys too.
And you know me, I like the color blue, so the Battlehawks were great. And I didn't buy a hat, but I bought a pennant with their logo on it.
So we were a house divided for the XFL season, and I don't even think we got to see them play. Well, they might have played a game. I don't remember. Actually, yeah, they might have played, and I think the Battlehawks beat New York.
Oh, against each other?
Yeah,
I
they might have. But now I'm going to have to figure out my allegiance for the new XFL crop. Like I said, I think I might be leaning towards the Sea Dragons. I'll wait till the uniforms come out because that's how I will base my XFL love.
Well, I'm still going to be a fan of the Battlehawks.
Yeah, I was going to say, the Battlehawks.
Because they're the closest team to us here in Michigan. So if we go to see a game, it's going to be in St. Louis.
But there are direct flights from Kalamazoo down to Orlando, Florida. Just saying. Just saying. Wow, you didn't even think about that.
No, I did not. I did not think about that.
You're very welcome.
We just in the last couple of weeks, a new airline, a discount airline, started up flying direct flights from Kalamazoo to Orlando. And all I thought about was going to Disney World, but now
there you go.
Go down
You're
for an
welcome.
XFL game. Of course, they only fly down on Mondays and back on Fridays, so we have to spend a whole week there.
Yeah, you go to Disney during the week. You go to an XFL game on the weekend. Come on, what is?
Or maybe we can fly down on a Friday and back on a Monday. I don't know. I have to check that out.
See, we can do Harry Potter Land like I want to do, and go take in an XFL game.
I'd rather drive myself.
Yeah, but I'd rather get down there as fast as I can and get back as fast as I can.
All right.
Is that it?
Let's move on to something else.
All right, we're moving on.